Hi, my name is Conor O'Reilly and I am head of Europa Intelligent Solutions. I spent over 30 years in An Garda Síochána, where I rose to the rank of inspector. For 14 of those years, I was in charge of the specialist training school in the Garda College with responsibility for training up divisional search teams. I have extensive search experience for missing persons and for venue search, in particular for defensive venue search. As a result of my experience and my training in search management, I realised that there was a gap in the market for a search management tool that would assist search supervisors and indeed the owners of properties to properly manage searches and to record the actual results of those searches. I was approached 2 years ago by senior management in Europa Strategic Partners with the view to setting up Europa Intelligent Solutions and developing that search tool and the associated software. And I'm happy to say that at this stage we have developed that tool, and it's called the Centinel. The Centinel is a small handheld tool built here in Ireland by Gentian down in Shannon, and the software is developed by another Irish firm called Marion IT. The core principle of the hand tool is that it uses robust, simple RFID or radio frequency identifier tags. For the purpose of defensive search, we will map out your building or your premises, and we'll place a number of RFID tags in those areas which require regular searching. During the course of the search, the searcher or searchers will go from point to point, from room to room, location to location, and they will touch off the Centinel against the RFID tag. The unique point behind the Centinel is not so much the technology, which has been in existence for some time, but the software program which we use. For example, the Centinel is GPS enabled. So the supervisor in charge of the search can in real time on his mobile phone or tablet or laptop computer monitor the search as it happens. As tags are read off during the course of the search, then the progress of the search can be tracked on the dashboard, given a percentage of area searched, the time searched. The supervisor can also know who searched what area, when it was searched. So we build up a very accurate record as the search progresses. All of the information is sent by GPRS in real time to the cloud, and our software then processes this information, and as I said, this is also available in real time to the search supervisor. In addition to this, to assist searchers in the search, there are a number of other features. First of all, to the front of the unit we have a very small flashlight to assist in low light searches in locating the RFID tag. But more importantly, because a lot of searchers operate by themselves, they fall under the category of lone worker. And in the unit we have built in a man-down facility. This man-down facility will register when movement has stopped, or if there has been a sudden fall or a stumble by the operator. Then, depending on the requirement of the client, we'll automatically generate an alarm to the supervisor, which will activate within a 30-second period or a 1-minute period. The system then will automatically send a message to the unit. The unit will vibrate and the screen will flash with a message to the operator to phone into the command center. Again, given a definitive time period, if this doesn't happen within 60 seconds or 2 minutes depending on the client's requirements, an alarm will be sent and a supervisor will be dispatched to that location. So overall, as well as being a search tool, it also assists in keeping your staff safe. It's envisaged that the Centinel will be ideal for use for people who are managing stadiums, theatres, concert venues, etc., where a pre-event sweep is a necessity. In addition to the security aspect, We've also built in the facility in the software where we can conduct at the same time as the security sweep health and safety checks and life system checks. So for example, we place RFID tags everywhere there's an emergency exit, everywhere that there is a first aid kit, and everywhere that there is a fire fighting station with fire extinguishers or fire hose. As the operator is searching those areas, they'll also connect the unit to the RFID tag on, for example, the fire extinguishers. The software will automatically generate a question which will be sent back to the unit. The unit will then vibrate and the screen will light up, asking the operator to check that the fire extinguishers are charged and in date. The operator will then do the necessary check and send back the information via the cloud. We can do this for emergency exits to ensure that they're all clear of obstructions. We can do it for first aid kits to ensure that every piece of equipment that should be there is there and that it's in date. So in essence, for every security search or sweep that we do, we also get a check on every life system that we put an RFID tag to. Each client can configure the questions for their particular premises or their particular stadium, concert hall, or whatever the venue is. All of that information is also recorded in real time as the search progresses. So if you have 14 first aid kits at the end of the security sweep, you'll know if those 14 first aid kits are fully equipped and in place. And the same goes for all of the firefighting equipment, emergency exits, emergency lighting, etc. As a retired senior police officer with extensive experience in searching, I'm very conscious of the need for accurate records of searches, in particular in relation to the burden of proof when it comes to court cases. The Centinel provides this facility, as searches are recorded in real time and are available thereafter from our secure server. I'm also very conscious of the need to be able to mitigate against civil litigation. Slips, trips and falls and consequent civil actions against companies and owners of properties costs in the hundreds of thousands of euros every year. Most of the problems arise where companies cannot meet a defence against these actions because they simply don't have the records of an event that happened 3 or 4 years previously. Using the Centinel, you can properly record where exits have been checked to be free of obstruction, where pathways have been checked to be free of obstruction. We can mitigate against false claims, or we can fairly meet claims which are legitimate by producing accurate records of who searched the area, when they were searched, and what action was taken if action was needed at the time. In this way, in 4 years post-event, you have the records to produce before the court, and these records will meet the burden of proof that's required.